So, all these things we are suffering. One thing is this, I cannot understand this. In as much I blame Tinubu, blame Yoruba, yes, but I have started my blaming from home. I have started blaming my people, the Eastern politicians. You cannot tell me that the whole Eastern region, old and Eastern region, in this final judgment, if the Eastern, the so-called Roti, if the so-called Soludo, if the so-called Mba, Nifru, if the so-called the Delta governor, the river governor, and all of them really want peace, if they really want life, if they really want anything, what makes all of them not stand and say, we will go to Abuja, if their hand is not in what is happening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and to the Biafrans today? Why didn't they march into that hall and let the so-called James Sokoto pronounce that word, life imprisonment, on their presence, if their hands are not there? If the hand of Bianco, no. If the hand of Uchechi Kanu, if the hand of all these evil people are not there, what stopped them from marching into that day of judgment and let the so-called James Sokoto stand in their presence and pronounce life imprisonment for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? They are all the people that send Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to prison. These are the people that sent him to prison. So any person who will be coming out today or tomorrow to tell you one thing or the other, we will go for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we will do this, especially those idiots that call themselves the rich people. I watched the songs called the Cubana Devil or Cubana Darkness. For 5 years, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in jail. He's trying to come out and tell us today that if since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there, there will be no peace, that nobody is going to rest. He will not have rest all his life.
You see?
So, the issue is this. It led for me and you. This matter is the matter between me and you. This is our problem. It's not the problem of the politicians, because the politicians have sold their hearts. Tinubu make a deal. That is why I will always pray for Simon Ekpanjoku. Simon Ekpanjoku tell these fools, what did you think that makes the Fulani to go all the way from Kenya to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? You think they went there to kidnap him for a joke?
Oh. No, they think it's a joke.
That they will hand you over to protest, they will just carry Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and give to you. The purpose of going there is to make sure that anything concerning Biafra is dead. And if you help them to stop it, it is shame on you. They have no other thing than to make sure that anything concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no more in the public. They want to quench it by all means. And these fools bought it very cheap. They sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu too much cheap. They sold him too much cheap. They abandoned him completely. Totally. The so-called the Igbos in America, the so-called what do you call them, the organization of the Igbo in America, the one that was challenging Mazi, Simon Ekpa, when Peter Obi come out. World Igbo Congress. All the World Igbo Congress in America. All the veteran, the whatever they call it, all the South military in America, the so-called Igbos and the South in America, all of them sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Even these people who are coming out today to present themselves as one of the priests who went to meet him, this Mike, the American man, all of them were monks. He's a Catholic priest, but he was among the people that done Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for Peter Obi. That is 100%. They abandoned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for Peter Obi. This one they called Jovika, who was presenting himself as a priest.
Nonsense.
Was following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bomber to bomber when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was here. They abandoned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for Peter Obi. Today, he is among the people who is calling for jailing and killing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. Is that one Yoruba man? So at least if the Yorubas, or if someone, I'm not saying Yorubas, because we always say some of the Yorubas, some, not every Yoruba person. I have the very close Yoruba friend, a well-known person, very rich man. I don't want anything before him, but the man valued me even though I'm nobody. So such a person is a Yoruba. So it's not every Yoruba person. But that does not mean that we will not call out those Yoruba people who are doing evil, just as we call the Igbos who are doing evil. So you should not pain anybody when we call the Yorubas, like Fani Kayode, who is a total betrayer, who was following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bomber to bomber. Since the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu arrest, have the so-called criminal come out and do even the condemn? The answer is no. He decamped to APC to today. And they jailed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for life. He had not spoken one word. So these are the kind of Yorubas we are condemning. It's not every Yoruba person. The same thing we condemn the Igbo politicians. They are all, there is no single politician in Nigeria. Any single politician in Nigeria is a criminal. That's what I said yesterday. Every single one is a born criminal. And any person, because I watched that interview of that somebody that the panelists invited in America. You came to the Congress and you indicate there is a confusion and trouble and killings and this and that. But you are telling them that you have not found a solution. What does that mean? Because you're not telling yourself the truth. You are not telling yourself the truth. You see all those things and you don't want to call it what it is. What is the problem when a child that is being a young child, a Christian young child, is kidnapped, and that child is being forced? They tell that child to be denounce Christianity, and that child is said no. What else do you need? What evidence do you need to know that Christians are being oppressed in Nigeria and being massacred because they are Christian? Which evidence again do you need? They killed Deborah, and they know the people who killed Deborah because he confessed Christ, and they stoned her or burned her to death. Nothing happened. Which evidence again do you need? And somebody will be coming out to tell you there is no Christian genocide. How many do they want to be killed as a Christian before they will know there is a genocide? How many they want to wipe away all the whole Christians in Nigeria before they will know that there is Christian genocide? I can't understand people. So my wish is that Americans are listening to the right people. And I hope they're listening, because I saw my listing that Trump gave them another one. I think that should be yesterday or day before yesterday, about the kidnap. Trump said that he's very angry that he is very angry. He wants to be the second time. That he is very angry for what the Christians are passing through. So if anybody who is still thinking, or why are we talking about Christian genocide, or why are we asking for freedom? The case of this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now, and what does it signify? That you jail a man that you're not supposed to jail, and now you force him into that thing that he has been fighting against, and you take him to Sokoto where they have a Sharia law. So he have to go and serve. He have to go there and serve in Sharia law all his life in prison. That they are indirectly forcing him to be a Muslim. That is what it means. Because if he's inside prison, and those people who are in that prison will force him from his food, from the water, from his prayer, from his anything concerning him, he will be forced into that prison to become a Muslim, whether he like it or not. That is what this thing signifies today. And everybody is keeping quiet. The Igbos are keeping quiet. The politicians are keeping quiet. If you want to put him, why didn't you put him something like you? At least there are people who are Christians there. If you don't want to send him in Igbo land or in Abuja where you have been kept him for a long time, why didn't you send him to Yoruba land? Even though it's Yoruba that have jailed him. At least there is some people who have still conscious the Sharia law is not in the Yoruba land. In the moment. Why don't you send him that place where there is nothing like Sharia law? You subject him to that Sharia law. All these things are deal that Tinubu signed for a long time. There is no 100% doubt about it. It is a deal, and Tinubu is coming to fulfill his agreement with Buhari over power. If we give you power, you give us the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And since they have come to conclude, if we give him life sentence, it will trigger this. Let's give him. If we give him life sentence, it will trigger too much. Let's give him life imprisonment, and you send him back to me in Sokoto. Then I will use my hand and kill him. That was the message. Because if you condemn him, they will say it's a Yoruba. So give him life in prison and bring him to me. That was the visit of Sokoto, the Solomon of Sokoto to Tinubu, and they accepted it. There's no two ways about it. So any person that is an Igbo man who is not concerned, just as you said, for sending Mazi Nnamdi Kanu into Sokoto, into Sharia law, they did not allow him to pray in Abuja, in Kuje prison. How would they allow him to pray in Sokoto land? They don't allow him to read his Bibles. In Kuje prison, it was a problem. Is this in Sokoto now that they will allow him to open his Bible and read in the prison? So any person who is not concerned, that person that has his own problem. So the message is, as we continue praying for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa, we have to come together and do the needful. This is not the time to do what? To blame anybody. There is no blame game. It is time to encourage the people who are doing something to say, my sister, my brother, you are doing well. Keep on. Give fire. It will encourage that person to do more. You don't come this time around to say, why are we not seeing you with Trump? Or why are we not seeing you with the foreign minister or the Senate president of America? No. This is the time to encourage the people who are doing something. Let them go on and continue doing the needful. And God will continue to bless them. So that is my encouragement. And to encourage the Biafrans, do not be silent. Just as Mazi said, Anyhow, you can come out and voice anywhere, any girl, any place. If you have opportunity to talk on the street, talk. And let our voice be continued to be echo on the air. So that the world will know that we are not okay. And things are not okay with the Biafrans and the Christians in the so-called Nigeria. I submit. Thank you. Mazi, you unmute, yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for that amazing submission. You have spoken well, and the message is very, very clear. Our concern is very genuine, and if you are a Biafran, you are not yet concerned, then you have to recheck your brain. If you're a Biafran at this point in time, you still think fighting your brother or your sister is the ultimate, you have your brain to be rechecked. We have a very serious problem ahead of us. And it is time for us to get busy. Everybody should be busy. If you can talk, talk. If you can speak, speak. If you can share information, share. If you can walk, walk. If you can fight, fight. Anything you can do, go to places. Begin to do it. Everything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said has come to pass. One that I'm praying that is not going to come to pass, that is coming to pass, is that we are going to disappoint him. He said it. He will never disappoint us, but we are the ones that are going to disappoint him. And you see that coming to fulfillment. I pray that he never come to fulfillment. We have spent almost 4 hours on the program, and this is weekend. We're going to be rounding up so that people can go ahead and do their weekend businesses. Hopefully by 5:30 a.m. Biafran time, I might come back again and spend about 1 hour with the people and search for other informations. There are so many things, videos I'm supposed to play, but there's no time for that. Maybe towards the evening, we'll play those videos on information. There are so many things that are happening that is really disturbing. In a country where the terrorists are in charge, terrorists are leading, they are in charge. Terrorists are taking charge of everywhere. Yet people don't care. People are busy thinking that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is their problem. In a country where the bandits are taking videos. I saw one video where a bandit went to buy the latest iPhone. A bandit went and bought the latest iPhone and he's flaunting it. They are making video and making jest of the Zoological Republic on video. And yet they will tell you they cannot track them. One person will be out there going to negotiate and talk about them. They don't see that as anything. The only problem they see is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And you see them taking our sweet Mazi Nnamdi Kanu all the way to Sokoto. He took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu all the way to Sokoto. That is the only thing that is going to reduce their
in Nigeria da sojojin Najeriya duk dai zuwa gare ku
haka za mu ƙara ta'addanci.
Wannan kun dai san sulhu ake yi.
PNDP. Making jest of the Zoological Republic. They bandits themselves.
To ka da hannun mana ka ci a falfa. Kun ga shugaban kasa Bola Ahmed Tinubu namu mai ba mu shawara a yi sata. A ci gaba da cin kayan mutane. Gwamnatin tarayya Abuja su ce local government ɗin su Tinubu.
You see them dressed in uniform. In the same uniform, even when they are coming for operation, in the same uniform. There's a video I saw where they were going for wedding. Just recently, about a few days ago, the bandit leader was going for wedding and he went with convoy of armed men. Convoy of armed men, well armed to the teeth. They came to a wedding. One of the members, they wedded. After wedding, they went back. Nobody troubled them. Nobody asked. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a Judeo-Christian, the leader of more than 80 million people, was kidnapped, taken, and today they make it official that they have handed him over to the Caliphate, the jihadists. In a time that the United States is there, deliberating about the persecution of the Judeo-Christians in Nigeria. Today, the leader of the Judeo-Christians have officially been handed over to the jihadists by Nigerian government. And they want us to keep silent. They don't want us to talk. It is sad. It is very, very sad. But we must continue. We'll never give up. We must continue. So we'll spend 4 hours now going, and I saw my sister coming in. My sister Ijoma is here. Before, I think my sister Ijoma will be the last person to speak. Let every other person take their closing remark. Then I will give her the floor to make her submission before we round up. Coach Hughes, are you there, Coach Hughes? Are you there, Coach Hughes?
Yes, I'm here, Mazi.
Take your closing remark. Please make it brief, closing remarks, so that we can be able to round up and come back.
I didn't have much to say, short, because our brothers and sisters have said it all. Because in a time like this, just a prayer and action. Everybody that is telling us to keep quiet, we are not going to keep quiet, because our leader did not keep quiet until even on the last day, did not keep quiet. Because what he did now is a serious sacrifice that he has given to us. Even this one, I begin to think the suffering that Jesus Christ suffered, and this one, I do not see any difference. I do not see any difference at all. But I will continue to pray for him, which is what our people are supposed to be doing now. We continue to pray for him, like people stand on. We continue to give him the courage and the wisdom, and whatever thing that he's going to use to stay on that Caliphate dungeon that they have taken him now. I people tell them opportunity to grant this to him. And Mazi Simon, and I'm also praying that this is the time the government of the United States of Biafra, this is time for them to switch to action. This is time for them to switch to action. Because that thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said is one that is about to come to pass now. When he said we are going to disappoint him, and we are praying that we are not going to disappoint him, as he said. I pray that those guys are going to protect everybody. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you so much, Coach Hughes. I appreciate you for your submission. Let's go to Ocean Master. Ocean, are you there? If you're there, Ocean, give us your submission.
Survivor. As well. I wanted to talk to the sister, our Yoruba sister, but most of us have said a lot. The issue is this. People must have mixed reaction over what is happening. And when you look at it from the other angle, my sister, in my own family, one of my brother married to Yoruba, and one of my sister as well, my senior sister gave birth to her, married to Yoruba. In my place, we married a lot of Yoruba people. I have a lot of them as friends. And I have some things that are so dear to me in Yoruba lands that I labored for. So, but what we are saying here is that the role, the manner, some of our Yoruba people, major part of them, even the Christians themselves, carries this issue of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafra is very bad. The way they look at Igbo people, very bad. It is high time they should, reason the way they are reasoning concerning this issue. To be sincere with you, the way it is, or less if we choose not to tell ourselves the truth. If we don't manage this situation very well, it's going to turn to something else. I'm just being honest myself here. If we don't manage this situation very well, if we don't caution ourselves in the manner we talk, in the manner we pursue some certain people, it's going to turn to something else. And I pray that it doesn't reach to that. So take this message back home. try to talk to your people in your language. They should understand. Igbos are not their enemies. Biafrans are not their enemies. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are working Yoruba people, and Sunday Igboho stood up, and they averted so many killings that would have happened in Yoruba land before he was taken out. In the same manner Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was taken out. But look at it, Sunday Igboho is a free man today. The Igbo people did not call for him to be extradited from Benin Republic, where he was. We did not fight for that. We did not cause, but we joined our voice. We laid our voice that he must have to be free. We joined Koiki Media. We joined the other one. What is his name before? The one that was talking with him before. We joined them. We always join their program. Question for the same thing that they are questioning for. Today, our Yoruba people are trying, in fact, let me call it betrayal of trust, which is very wrong, which I believe most Igbos will not do that. Let their elders talk, let their youth talk, and let us see reason that we are not the enemy to ourselves. Fulanis are our enemy. They are enemy to Yoruba, they are enemy to Igbos. They are killing Yorubas, they are killing Igbos. They are taking your land, they are taking your bushes, they have taking your professors, they have done a lot of all manner of evil to you. You have not spoken against them once, but rather you say that they have been living with you for more than it. That is one of what one of the priests in Yoruba land said, and you see them imparting that idea to the younger ones. You see them turn that way from their actions, from their utterances, which is very wrong. We the Igbos, we come to Lagos, we come to Yoruba land, we do our businesses, we live together, we intermarry together, not by force or by choice. We do everything in common, socialize together. So please, let this thing, don't turn this way. Join your voice to our voice. Let us all fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be liberated, because if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is liberated, all of us are liberated. This thing that that's happening today, if he causes this problem, many people, when it turns to their turn, in the same manner they treated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in the same way they will treat everybody. I have a lot to say, but let me stop it now, because Mazi True Survivor have spent a whole lot of time. May God bless you, Mazi True Survivor. May God bless our sister from Yoruba land, who laid his voice here, who is standing with us as well, and all genuine Yoruba people. And I want to conclude with this. As Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is leaving the court, he said, I curse you forever. Anybody, not only that people, the judge, the prosecutor, and those around, anybody, be it Igbo, be it Biafra, be it Yoruba, be it Efik, be it Hausa, or whoever that you are, from Nigeria or wherever, that you side to that injustice meted to the man that asked him for freedom, meted to the man that have not killed anybody. If you join to that, that cause shall stand upon you, shall stand upon your children, shall stand upon your generations forever and ever. I yield. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's go to, I think my sister Omobasala is back. Let's get her last message, and before we now go to Greg for the last message. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, my brother. And thanks to everybody who has participated in today's program. Yes, if you are a true human being and you have blood floating in your body, the situation at hand now should be a thing of concern, not to the Igbo people, to everybody who wants freedom and who wants to live their life in the way they're supposed to live their life, but not forced to live, life that this kind of caliphate wants them to live. It is of concern that we find ourselves in where we are today, because Nigeria, to the best of my knowledge, doesn't have Fulani as an ethnic people. So, but we are not talking about that one now. We are now out to unite together and fight for our indigenous land, and for all the indigenous people. We have to fight Because, like I said, when I was off the line, I had a call from Yoruba land. And what I'm telling them now is that fight for survival. Yes. This is not about, oh, I'm a Yoruba, I'm Igbo, I'm from, Middle Belt. Because we know that the agenda of these people, these Fulani, is to grab land and kill the indigenous people. That is it. So I wish Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I wish him well wherever. But what I say is that, I am not a Christian, but what I know is that Daniel was left in the lion's den. The God that saved him will surely save Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No evil will touch him. Amen. You see, what people doesn't know. You see, let me tell you something today. People might not believe it. Satan of Sokoto, he has all these like extra, I don't want to go into details, but they don't just act. Fulani, they also deal with all this imaginable power, this kind of getting power from Satan like him. So I want everybody to please follow Nnamdi Kanu with prayers. Not just prayer, put effort. And I want to ask you, sorry to do this, the Indigo, why are they so quiet about this? Why?
That is one of those problems we're talking about. We are just on our
Why
own.
are they quiet?
There's nothing like
did they know that they're already going to capture them? Or did they think that because they've captured, they will come back for them? They will come back for them. The Fulanis are coming for them. Let me just say, Nnamdi Kanu. So they will cry. Nobody will save them. The Fulanis are coming for them. So they should be prepared. And they will, because they've already sold their savior out. Everybody should be aware that they capture. Why did they think they captured Nnamdi Kanu? Because Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for his people. And you all keep quiet. Obi Kubana, be prepared. There is nobody who died with Fulani that they did not finish. They will finish you. I'm telling you, all of you. Look at what they did to John. Look at what they did to this Okorocha. Look at what they did to him. When they went to his house, the EFCC, look at the way they disgrace him. Die with them, they will come back for you. Don't worry. You think that you think that because, oh my goodness, you don't know what is coming. You don't know what is coming. Anyway, thank you very much for today. But we learn every day. The same thing I'm telling my Yoruba people now. They should be prepared because they will not stop on Nnamdi Kanu. They're still going to use they're going to use Tinubu for the Yoruba, but he has failed because the Yoruba that they used to deal with before, they are now wise. Let them bring him. Let him bring him on. We will not be divided within us. It's only some minority that we take, but majority will fight all of them because we're not going to let them do us the way they want it. They want us to be. No way. No. They will not do it in their own way. Indigenous Yoruba people is the owner of Yoruba land. So no Fulani or no Tinubu, not even his media, we're ready for him. We're ready for all of them. Thank you very much. God bless everybody and have a blessed day. See you soon.
Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, and we have to see you more and more. Those voices are very important. Those voices are very important. Voices coming from different angles, from different corners, from different tribes, from different religions, speaking the truth and nothing but the truth. We are not asking for pity from anybody. We are not asking anybody to come and lie on our behalf. We are not asking for anybody to push propaganda. The truth and nothing but the truth. And once we are all speaking on that voice of the truth, victory is sure and our prayer will be answered. Thank you so much, my beloved sister. We appreciate you. My brother Greg, give us your closing remark. Make it as brief as you can before we go to our sister Ijoma. Bro Greg, you are there. Give us your closing remark.
Yes, Maz, thank you so much again. Yes, my closing remark today is the Biafrans should not be weakening. Instead, when they think we are weak, we are more strong.
Yes.
So we get more stronger and stronger and stronger. We are not shaking. That is one thing they must know. So the harder they go, the higher we'll go in our strength. So I encourage the Biafrans to do the needful and they come together in love and have victory. For me, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu delivered Biafra on 20th of November. He signed the contract of Biafra on 20th of November, 100%. That is when Biafra is sealed that we are going home. If he had left that court and come out without any agreement, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that is one thing that I make me to be weak with this so-called useless DOS. There is no way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have left court or that DSS dungeon without agreement with Nigeria. It is not possible. It's either they will give him Biafra or they will kill him, or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will denounce Biafra and come out. Either they jail him as they jail him now, or they gave him the Biafra through dialogue and say, okay, come, let us discuss how this Biafra will come. Either Nigeria submit and give Biafra, or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu submit and drop Biafra, or they will jail him or they kill him. So any wise person who knows what he's looking for supposed to know these things. Either Nigeria submit and say, okay, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, come, they will discuss. This is your Biafra, take it. International community come and with the Nigeria and then they discuss this matter, then Mazi Nnamdi come out as a free person. Or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu pep hand and sign, I don't want Biafra anymore. Or they will jail him or they kill him. These are the only solution. And Mazi has turned to the last point and say, I will, even that day they were jailing him, he rolled and said, I will not submit. That time he was fighting that judge. What it means in that court that time is, I will not give up Biafra. That, if you don't know the meaning of it, that is what that he fighting that judge inside that court means. It means, I will not give up Biafra. That was what he was saying, telling them inside that court. But for me, that's what I read in it. So if you are a DOS, and those people who are following Obi, let Obi go first, Obi will release Mazi. Even if Obi enter into that power, Obi cannot release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without any agreement. You should know what you are fighting for. What you are fighting for is not a Gagota Akara 2 Naira. No. So either you know what you are fighting for, or you stay aside. Thank you, my brothers, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, my brother Greg. I appreciate you for that very word of advice to Biafrans. If you don't know what to do, if you're not prepared for the task, stay aside. Don't be a distraction. It's a message. Let it sink in. Let's go to our beloved sister, Ijoma. You came late when we are just rounding up. So take the mic and make your submissions. Let's close with your submission. Go ahead, our sister Ijoma.
Thank you so much for giving me the mic. Exactly when I came, you just said that you have stayed for hours. Thank you for standing strong. And good morning, Biafrans from my location, the children of light. Let me start from the last submission of our brother. If you, as a Biafran, is talking about Obi at this time, woe before you. You have no truth in you. You have refused to tell yourself the truth, and God will not be happy with you, no matter how you claim that you know God. Reason being that you have done this thing before, it failed to the extent that people were killed, our own people, just for voting who they want, or even not voting. And the same your Obi won that election. Until this moment, never come to fight for the mandate. At least, if you don't want to talk about people that died, at least to fight for that mandate that you think that would liberate you. What does that show you? Why is people so in darkness in this time that we are? People that you think, when they talk, you think that something is in their head. When they act, you see that there is some partial darkness in their mind that they are hiding. It's not like they don't know what they are doing. So anybody, no matter your status in this land of the living, and you are a Biafran, and you are talking about Obi in this second time, one, you are part of them that is holding yourself. Two, there is no truth in you, for goodness sake. Three, you are looking for position that Obi will give you, which Obi will not also attend to. So what you are doing is to destroy the millions of others that God has liberated. And I say, curse of God will be upon you and will not allow you to go there. It will never allow you to move an inch because you are not doing God's bid. You are doing Satan's bid. Let me thank our sister, Omoshala, no? Anytime I talk about the Yorubas, that's our sister's voice always come to my mind. I'm telling you. Because there is no place that you will find all bad people. And there are no place you go and find all good people.
Definitely.
Even in our own quest, our own people has disappointed us more than we can ever imagine. But then, when you follow history, it's very, very annoying what Igbos has passed in the hand of the Yorubas, even as we intermarried. And this shows that this our sister, for her to still come into our program, she has a light in her. I'm telling you. You see, she said she's not a Christian. I'm very surprised. So you don't need to be a Christian or a Muslim to stand with light.
Exactly.
Light light is something that God put in you and you nurtured it. It's in you and you nurture it. And darkness is the same thing. It's in you. If you nurture it, you go the line of darkness. Look at the advice of our sister, even quoting from the Bible. And now we ask the pastors, the so-called Christians, their leaders, don't be annoyed, don't be surprised that the Christians are the ones fighting against what we are doing more than even any other person. My dear, what are they hearing from their pastors? That is what you are taught in the class is what you will come out to know.
Yes, sir.
So this is what they are hearing from their pastors. They are pastors that are not standing with God. Without any apology, I say this. Because tell me how. Okay, now, people are killed on the 18th, on the 20th, the same state. How many pastors has come to hammer it when they, at the way they come to hammer about the freedom of Biafra? How many of them have you seen? If those that claimed that they are standing for Jesus are so afraid to die, what did that tell you? They are not standing for anything. To tell you the truth, it still baffles me that people would prepare and go to church in Nigeria. I'm telling you the truth. If you like, say that I'm discouraging people to go to church. No. You see this God, I love him more than anything in this life. For 10 years, I will tell you, I have not stepped into the church. I am in the West. Because I go there, I see that it's a waste of time. I was a Catholic, I changed to faith. I go there, the same mentality, the same thing that the slave masters want us to be hearing is what they are teaching them. And I look at myself, I say, Kalista, with the truth you know now, you will allow this your innocent child to learn this. I said, no. I stayed in my house and I go online to search where I align, and I use them to start teaching my children. And in a church that there is light. But even in that church that I am, I'm still not so happy with that pastor, in the sense that that pastor is an Igbo pastor, but also don't want to talk about Biafra. At times, when he prophesies it, because prophecy is not you that bring it. But I have seen that you don't want to go there. One, maybe you don't want to. At times I write him personally. One, maybe you don't want to align himself to politics for distraction because it's highly in the spirit. Secondly, I see that many of them that don't want to talk about this, that knows the truth, or maybe the children of God, is because they are looking up to their GOs that raised them, where they are aligning. They are aligning themselves to their GOs. Can you imagine that their GOs has become their God without them knowing? And this is what is happening in Nigeria Christianity. That is why they will sheepishly, with the every insecurity, and somebody will call you to come to evening church. You go there, you'll be killed. Nobody will talk about it. Tomorrow, the people that is alive will also go there. It doesn't make sense. At times I sit, I tell myself, I say, the most gullible idiots in this planet are Nigerian Christians. And I can tell you, I believe 85% that God is not happy with them. God gave you hand. God gave you brain. God didn't tell you to be brave. God told you to possess your possessions. God told you to go and do exploits. And you are there, an immigrant, a coward, you don't know their face. You just come, carry your baby. You are trying to my baby, instead of you to run after and die with that baby and that person. Because you're not prepared. Because you have been watered down. And you think Jesus will come again to die with you. Even if Jesus died 100 times, you will still be as coward as you are today. Nothing will change. And Jesus will not do that. Because he has given you everything. Christians disturb court for nothing. You see what our sister said? Fulanis are not only fighting you with their money, they are also going spiritual. And the head of the spirituality is the way the Biafrans. They learned it from us. But go and talk about it as our own people that claim to have been Christian, but they don't even know where they stand. They are not here, they are not there. But they are swearing that they are Christian. They will be the one to castigate you and call you beggar. But the real beggars are dead. Whether you call it Christian religion, whether you call it Muslim religion, whether you call it the only religion we have that is true religion is our traditional religion. That is who we are. And unfortunately, those people that you are thinking that they bring Jesus for you, they don't even go to church. I don't tell you that Jesus didn't exist, because Jesus is our own brother. The Igbo, Jesus is us. Jews is the Igbos. Hebrew, they turned it to say, to amend. Jacob is Jacob. It's like when they say Igbo, and we are Igbo. This is where they manipulated us. And our people are not seeing it. They refuse to learn because darkness has clouded their brains. Look at what our sister is telling the Christians. Look at the Bible he's quoting. How many of the pastors will come and quote this Bible to you? Unfortunately, most of these GOs are Muslim converts with agenda of Fulani. Just like what our sister is saying. They are in Yoruba land. They are the minority. But they have mastered Yoruba because they speak the language now. But they are the funjas of the Yorubas, hiding under the umbrella of Islam. Before they bring the religion, are we not there? Don't we know God? What are our names? What our people has refused to see, because they have aligned themselves to leaders of darkness and lies. Call it Christian. So, like what you said, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said he will not disappoint us, that we will be the one to disappoint him. My brother, we also have not disappointed him. That is why you are sitting there since 4 hours, doing what you are doing. And I am here. Whenever I have the time, I bring in. I'm coming from one channel, and I entered here to submit, and others. And this is our sister, even as she is not able, has not disappointed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because not disappointing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not disappointing the truth. We have to get this thing clear. Not running away from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not running away from the truth. Like I said in one of my submissions where I'm coming on channel, there are no elites again in this world. When we come to Nigeria, it's the worst. When you talk about this world elites, the present elites we have is people like me and you, and people that see the truth and stand by the truth. Every other one is darkness. When they come with baggage of agendas. Either they are aligning what they want to use what we are talking to benefit themselves, or they want to use what we are talking to save themselves, or they want to use it to announce themselves. So we should not be deceived. We have gone to this school so long that we will start making branches and keeping everyone in their own subjects where they belong to. My sister asked about organizing labor. They are the one that sold us out. We were thinking we were dealing with our elders. You know, some of your people will say that we insult our elders. We are thinking our fathers that are their brothers after the war trusted some of their fathers that they are going to Nigeria because they said there is peace. And when Nigeria misbehave, when their brothers want to rise up, their fathers will be the one to say, no, we are there, we are talking with them. Exactly what you are saying today. That was how we are sold out. Before we know it, we are gone. While they are rich, you go to their compounds, they are the one having the best houses then. And we think we are. And because our people, we don't have one person as a chief because we know who we are. We have our talents. So when they grow, and our children, everybody wants to emulate to build big house that they are building. And we start exploit because that is what we are known for. And because of the wickedness, they have gone there to behold on us. They will go there, they will tell them what to do for us to run from our. When I was little, we have textile industries. I hear it. Akwete industries are there. They started closing these things. By the help of the fathers of this Afonja, we are calling useless elders that you people don't understand today. So they are part of those that are destroying us, my dear sister. And we don't count them among us. And they are very, very afraid that when we conclude this Biafra, that which our fathers did not judge their fathers, we will judge them. That's why they will not stop. Nobody will expect them to stop because this fight is a fight of head. They are dragging their own head, and we are dragging our own head. And Fulani immigrants are dragging the land. That is what is happening in summary. So, my dear people, this fight is just beginning and also has ended for Nigeria. Just like my brother said, 20th, we declared Biafra on the 29th of November 2024 in Lati, Finland. On 20th of November 2025, Biafra was sealed, dusted in the court of law of Nigeria. What we are looking forward now is the report card. That is just where we are. So, if you're a Biafran, if you are not a Biafran but you have truth in you, I am calling you to come as support the United States of Biafra government. This is not an individual race. We need a government to talk to government. And that which they feared so much, we have already gotten. And that is for the safety of every innocent indigenous Nigeria. Because once Biafra is concluded, every other tribe will go and live their life. And that is what the Fulani immigrants don't want to hear. Because this integrated Nigeria British supermarket is a no more Fulani. And an indivisible Nigeria is a Fulani nation. Anyone that has the truth in them shall always know this. That's why always they are sounding indivisible Nigeria, because indivisible Nigeria is Fulani owns the land. Fulani still has a land. But divisible Nigeria is Fulani look for where you belong to or take our terms of condition. Sultana of Sokoto is not a Nigerian. They are Fulanis. They are immigrants from Saudi Arabia. They know it very, very well. They are plotting emirs everywhere. They are trying it again in the land of the Biafra land. But we say no, and we cannot take it. That is what Ozodema and the useless politicians are doing. These people are not with us. They are afraid because they are not with anyone. Because when we conclude the United States of Biafra, I know the Yorubas will not take them. And the Fulanis will deal with them because they were sent on a message, on a mission, and they didn't conclude it. So I don't know where we enter them. And anywhere they are in the West, for our own Biafran people, especially the Igbos. We are going to demand for them to come back and take the share of what they have done. And those governments will listen to us and send them back. They know. And that is what they are fighting for. But if you want to know if the United States of Biafra is making a progress, watch the Anambra election. These things are not things that happen automatic. Our leader stands tall, and that is why we are standing today. When we see him, we know that which he desired, we must got, and we already have it. The only thing we are looking for is the conclusion. I can't wait to hear our first year address from our DPM. A lot has changed. We may not know it. Nigeria and Fulani knows it very, very well. If you think they are sleeping, they are more afraid than you, Biafrans. Be wise. Use your sense. Save your life. Guide yourself. Fight for you and your family. That enemy will not take you unaware. If international community is speaking about it, I don't know who told you that you cannot protect and defend yourself. You know, when our DPM said it, that the law of Biafra has activated self-defense, some of our people that sold, those are the people that are not standing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, my dear brother Chase. Those that sold him, they became angry. They were against it, but look at where we are today. But that law didn't change. That is the law in the nation of the United States of Biafra. Self-defense. Defend yourself. If they come to destroy you, destroy them first. Because you didn't even invite them in the first place. You didn't give them the key of your house. They are thieves. They come from the window. They jump the fence. So what will make them to go with the same way they come? If really you are a living human, before God and before the land, it's an abomination that they will come and defeat you. Fight, let it be that you didn't defeat them. The other ones coming will be afraid to come. But when they come at will and do what they want, take your bags, kill you in the church, pick it anyhow, rats, dirty boys that have not even bathed, just because they are paid by some people to come and destroy you, and you agree, because you refuse to align yourself in the truth. There is something that truth does to human. If you align yourself with the truth, no matter how weak you are, power will come into you. Truth gives power. Darkness takes away power. Once you sabotage, you have destroyed yourself. That's why sabos is difficult for them to repent, because the devil will be pointing at all their loopholes. Where are you going to stand? Where are you going to start? Except they are liberated by the prayers of others. And God has showed them this. I'm telling you, that is what is happening in the realm of the spirit. So please, do not align yourself with darkness or sabotage, because you have already destroyed yourself, and coming back is not gonna be easy. Thank you, my dear sister from the Yoruba tribe. Keep speaking and standing in the truth. The God we serve has no name. His name is Chukwukikabena, the God of creation, the one that created everything, and nothing created him. That is his name, the I am that I am. In the sense that in any situation you are, God is in that situation. See God in that. That is the word I am that I am. And know that he will not leave you. He is the God that sees us everywhere we are, wherever situation we are. And when we do our bid, he will do what we cannot do. Because he needs our body to act in the land of the living. That is what Christians don't know. And that is what our tradition knew very well. The shrooms, the leaves, the fruits that God created, they are all for the benefit of men. It's not only for you to eat it and go to the toilet. Many of them are signifying something. And what Soludo came to Anambra State to do, to eliminate the native doctors. You know, when we say native doctors, they are native because they are the local doctors. That is what it means. I know many of them now went abroad and be doing evil. The real local doctors, they are there to cure, to use herbs to bring security. If you go to the beach, people that know this, then one of my friends, the grandmother, show her many ways that At midnight, you say the grandmother will wake her up and take her to the bush and be showing her leaves. There are leaves that you pluck, you put it in on just pluck it, put it in front of your door. Thieves will not cross. If they dare cross, they will stay in that house. Even if you keep your door open, they will stay in that place until you go wherever you go and come back. These are the powers we have. And these people that want to eliminate us knows this better than we do. And the agenda of the church is the agenda of the slaves. It's the agenda of the slaves. Because that's just what I discovered in the West. It's the agenda of the slaves. Do not be deceived that there is no God. There is God. But be wise. It was a Muslim person I heard from her the first time when I was preaching. He said, your Bible is adulterated. And I went to do research, and it was truth. But the Bible is writing himself again. And Christians.
My sister, try to round it up. Our time is clocking.
Yes. Thank you, my dear, for giving me the chance. I have rounded up. Let us go and do the right thing and stand to support the United States of Biafra, because you need a government to fight a government and to create a government. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my sister, for your submission. You have spoken well, and the message is clear. Every Biafran is listening, wherever you are listening from. Every one of us must have to know that we have a responsibility that we must have to focus on. We are talking about our nation. We are talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of our nation. We are talking about the handover of more than 80 million people to the Caliphate. It is not a joke. You heard our beloved sister speak, and our sister also, Mobosala, said it. It is not just in words. We have to also go on our knees and pray. Our own prayer is not pray and go to sleep. You pray and go to work. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a prayer warrior. I used to say that if the freedom of Biafra depends only on prayer, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alone will bring it. If prayer alone can bring freedom to Biafra, only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu single-handedly will bring it. But we have to pray and go to work. Support our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in prayer, wherever he is. Pray that Chukwu Kabiama will be with him. As we are praying, this is now just not only a physical battle, it's also a spiritual battle. So we fight it physically and we fight it spiritually. Do not forget to pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I see somebody as their Chi. You just came in. Chi, please, can you use 1 or 2 minutes and make a submission before we close up? Somebody that just joined us now. Are you there? CNI, is that Chi or what? Go ahead and speak, unmute yourself and talk to us. Are you there? Unmute yourself and speak to us. I'm not sure the person is still there. Bro Christian, I can see you there. We are wrapping up. We are back again. I started with you, and you know it's been almost 5 good hours now. 5 hours, not almost.
I know, my brother. I know. Chineke argument. We live in it. Can you hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Just give us a submission.
Yeah. We live in an extraordinary time, and extraordinary situation calls for extraordinary measures. So I thank you for everything you're doing, the time and commitment. You know, it just so happened that also in this time, I'm in a place, as you can see, network is giving me help, but we shall overcome. Yeah, I just, you know, like I said earlier with our sister, our Yoruba sister, it just that image is everything, as they said, because when I look at these things happening, the likes of not just Adeboye, Oyedepo, and so many of them, and so many of these people, they should know, they are not stupid people. They should know that what Tinubu is doing, they need to call him to order, because he's driving a wedge. Tinubu is driving a wedge between Igbos and Yorubas, and we are going to need each other. But if they surrender Nnamdi Kanu to the Caliphate and anything happens to Nnamdi Kanu, all that will be thrown out of the window. You can rest assured that all that will be thrown out the window. Now, late yesterday, you know, network didn't let me say a lot. Late yesterday, I got the information that 22 Yoruba communities has already been taken over. That is not invade, not that they invade. They've settled, they're taking it over. 22, think about this, 22 Yoruba community. From, you know who brought that information? Gani Adams. I don't know if you know Gani Adams.
Yeah, I saw his video, but before I could be able to watch that, before I came online, I need to get that his video.
Yeah,
he said something about it. He gave a report. Yes, I saw the report of Gani Adams, and I need it.
And Mazi Chus, these are some of the Yoruba elders that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu adores. Yes. Gani Adams and the late one, the old guy that passed away not too long ago. These are guys that Nnamdi Kanu adores. So he's late now, but Gani Adams, these are people who should be making it clear to Tinubu that you are driving a wedge between the Yorubas and the Igbos. Because it's not enough to just sit back and let this thing happen and think that we will not have the right of reaction. We will definitely have right. And they always speak, I say it like it is, So he is saying now that 22 Yoruba community has been taken over, not invade, taken over. And now he also counted that 5 states of the Yorubas states, right? 5 has been earmarked for attack in the near, just moving forward now that is their primary objective now, to attack, because they really want to push the agenda on the Yoruba. They know how the dynamics between them and the Yoruba. And he counted, Lagos is the ultimate, and they are there on the ground already. Lagos and Ondo State and Oyo, I think Oyo, one of. So he counted about 5 of them. This is Gani Adams speaking, the Ore on Akakanfo of Yoruba land. So, why am I saying this is that for them, I feel sad that instead of them, they should be working, in they should be working together to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is out so that we can jointly stop this carnage that is happening, taking place. But, so it is what it is. We shall see. My brother Chus, thank you so much. And I think we will continue. You've been here now for so long. Yeah. So we must continue. Thank you and God bless. Bye.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for that wonderful submission. I saw that video of Nika Kamfo, and I need to go back and look through it. I saw it. I reserved it. I've not watched it completely because I know it. I've been waiting for him to speak. I've been waiting to hear from him because these are the people. Some of them that we need to hear, they add their voice.
Yeah.
More especially on this situation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we need to hear. If Paya Debenjo was around, there is nothing that will make Paya Debenjo not to speak.
Exactly.
He will speak. He doesn't wait for anybody. Paya Debenjo will always speak.
And the war,
not so much.
Yeah, so, what much do the war is here already, not around the corner, it's here. And what's going to happen is wherever you settle, wherever they settle, they will remain there. They will remain. This is their game plan. They take your place and you cannot move them. And even after the war, settle where you are and live in peace. Watch and see what's going to happen. Thank you, brother. God bless.
Thank you so much. Settle where you are and remain where you are. Gumi is already preaching it.
Okay.
You remember the question that was asked Gumi? They asked Gumi, why are they not returning people in the IDP camp to their home camp? And Gumi said, nobody owes any place.
Exactly.
Wherever you are, you remain there.
Okay.
Just to remind people, this thing you said, Gumi has said it in national TV.
Okay.
And that is what they are fighting so hard to make sure they occupy as many space as they can.
Because they're already in the country. They need to fix them in the country. They brought them in. They're all over the place. How do you go, my brother?
Thank you so much. We are going to end it here. We have a lot to say. If we continue to say things, there are so many updates as we speak now that I can see on news that is coming. So many informations that are coming on Sahara. This thing. I don't know whether if I can have time to be able to run through that Sahara news that is coming, because Sahara is somehow on top of this. It's an online media that is on top of the whole informations these days. I think they are more reliable than any Nigerian media you can talk about.
100%, investigative journalism.
You can't compare what they say and what they are doing with what is happening in the zoo.
Yeah.
And this one is saying, Kibi Borno terrorist attack. Ejiofor warns of sabotage within security forces. You are crazy. Now you
Onyara.
Even as they swing around at times as they like also. We shouldn't forget that.
Nigerian facing catastrophic failure of governance as school abducted surge take it back. School abduction surge. School abduction have started again now. It's good that it's done this time around. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's defense team rejects Justice Omotosho ruling. Amnesty International, Nigeria has failed children in horrifying manner as 230 students remain with terrorists.
Look at that.
230 students. This one, new one.
Huh.
So it's good. It's happening now. Now that every information is there. DSS Director General Ajayi meets President Tinubu for update on security situation. Oh yeah. Bandits open fire on farmers in Kaduna. One victim confirmed dead. This one is current one as they're talking. This one is about 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
2 hours ago. Look at Onika Kamfo. Yoruba General Lisomo Gani Adams said terrorists have infiltrated Southwest in looming crisis.
Okay.
So Anika Kamfo is speaking. Taraba government shuts down boarding school over rising national security. All the boarding school in Taraba state shut down. This is the country you want somebody to be in. Benue police arrest 3 suspected child trafficking as mob killed 2 persons for theft. Bad news. That is what you can get in Nigeria. Why Tinubu has not visited U.S. amid rising diplomatic tension.
Okay.
I don't have to talk about that idiot. Nigerian agency NLDA sees this is the kind of news you see. United Nations envoy condemn abduction of Niger state pupils. Forced Tinubu government closure of schools. We'll never see anything. Tinubu government confirmed jihadist extremists from Northeast, says Nigerian Christians, Muslims are being killed. Southeast governors keep mute on Nnamdi Kanu's life sentence transfer to Sokoto prison.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah.
All of them, Southeast governors, all of them, all the politicians, they keep mute. The ones that you see, their agents that are speaking, the most painful thing, you see them talking about election. They say, now go and conduct election. Go and form a good party so that we can elect people who will speak for us.
Yeah. They like, including that short engine in Abia, they are all in it. They just see gullible people, they deceive people, people buy into it. They come and tell you every time, soon, we will talk to Tinubu. Lie, they are all in it. But in the fullness of...
Christian Association CAN says 215 people, 12 teachers abducted from St. Mary's School in Niger State. This bad news. You can never see any good news anywhere in Nigeria. Yeah. Nigerian army personnel accuse commanding officer in Warri of pocketing allowance demand. Demand probe remover.
God have mercy.
Nigerian government shut down 41 Unity College nationwide over terrorist attack. Imagine a country where human being there.
You know that the news we're hearing now is that they said some terrorists came through Niger State yesterday. They came through it, thousands of them heading towards Kwara and our side. Yes.
There is no news that you hear about Nigeria that is a lie. They are threatening me, watching my moves from Asorok. Evangelist Dekomo asked Tinubu aides to stop intimidating him. That's what they do. They intimidate you. When you talk, they intimidate you. ECOWAS court said Nigerian court violate 98-year-old citizens' right of fair hearing in seizure case and award 5 million. Bad news everywhere. Plateau government order immediate closure of secondary school over suspected terror attack. All the states in the north, the closure of schools, that's what you hear. Closure of schools being closed. Imagine in a country. This one, no need to read this one because this one a waste of time. Where you did since now you know say they hold your husband. Yeah. After so many years.
Yeah.
My husband has arrived in Sokoto prison. Nnamdi Kanu's wife confirmed. The only thing to do is to confirm to us that your husband have which husband?
Yeah.
What a shame. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
Parents rush to withdraw children from St. Mary's School in Niger State amid mass abduction. They focus on school now.
Yeah.
School now. We are working aggressively with Nigeria to end jihadist terrorist attack. U.S. War Department.
It is law of karma. It is law of karma. You know, he did that during they did that during the Jonathan's regime. It is law of karma.
It is happening. Defense Minister Matawale arrived KB to coordinate rescue of abducted
That is a terrorist.
Girls.
Matawale is a terrorist there.
Matawale, he's going there. He say he go there by himself. He want to go and conduct the rescue of the abducted children. Lies.